Ananda Bose speaking to the media and of course talking about the incidents of violence that have already been reported from the state of West Bengal. Introducing our guests as well, Dr. Ananda Ranganathan joining us. Sir, good morning to you. We also have Tausif Ahmed Khan joining us this morning. Tausif, what's happening already? It's been 3 hours into voting process. Violence being reported and mainly from Cooch Behar. It is coming in from West Bengal.
There's been a good turnout for 3 hours. More than 15% voting has happened. So it's a good turnout of voters coming out in good numbers to cast their vote. We all know Cooch Behar is a place which turned the tide against BJP in 2021 election. 4 people were killed, 4 innocent voters who were standing on the queue were killed by the CISF firing. And taking cognizance of this, the Election Commission very rightfully decided not to deploy CISF personnel in Sitalkuchi. There are other forces, other team are there. So, all the 3 constituencies, they are the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe constituencies, and good number of voters coming out. Hopefully, by the end of the day, around 80% of voting will take place is what we are expecting.
But that is already the thing. I mean, why is West Bengal now akin to violence during elections? That is a question that also ought to be raised here. Here, the governor is out on the streets already. He says he needs to meet with the people there and the perpetrators have to be caught and justice needs to be delivered, but also saying that it is the ECI's responsibility. Let me go also to a reporter. We have Shreya joining in right now. Shreya, in particular, if you talk about Cooch Behar, when it comes to the traditional rivalry that has been seen between the BJP and the TMC candidates, do you believe that has also contributed to the palpable tensions that are now being witnessed, especially over the elections?
Of course, the tension between Udayan Guho and Nishit Pramanik has definitely contributed to the tension we are seeing on the day of polling. Remember, there has been a clash between the North Bengal Development Minister of TMC, Udayan Guho, and Nishit Pramanik. We have also seen that just ahead of the election, there were clashes between both the leaders. They were literally face-off in the streets of Dinhata, in the streets of Cooch Behar. We have seen both of these leaders facing off each other. So right now in this seat, if we look at it, although Nishit Pramanik will be taking on TMC's Jagdish Basunia, because Udayan Guho is a MLA for the TMC party, but still there is a clash between the supporter of both these political parties. Remember, we have seen yesterday also TMC alleged that 2 of their workers were beaten up in Dinhata Block 1 by BJP worker. They were taken to the Dinhata Subdivisional Hospital yesterday night. Remember, Udayan Guho also came to visit these injured people. So of course, when it comes to Cooch Behar, of course the clash of ego, the clash of power between both these leaders, Udayan Guho and Nishit Pramanik, has definitely to do with the violence in Cooch Behar that we see. Also remember the Sitalkuchi incident in 2021 West Bengal Assembly election. We have seen that 4 people lost their life allegedly due to the gunfire by the central forces. Now remember, there has been a good voters turnout. Almost 15% votes have been already done in all the 3 seats, Cooch Behar, Alipurduar and Jalpaiguri. The special focus will remain to continue on Cooch Behar because this seat has a history of poll violence.
All right, Dr. Ranganathan, now what is your analysis there, sir? Because even if we talk about West Bengal, that sends the 3rd highest number of representatives to the Lok Sabha. Incidents of violence are already being reported in the first 3 hours of polling. What does it say, sir?
Good morning to you and to my fellow panelists. It's a historic day. Let me begin by saying that there are so many things that are wrong with the BJP, so many. But there is not a single thing that is right with the Congress, not a single thing. And as far as TMC is concerned, I want to ask Tausif Bhai a simple question. We had heard of post-poll violence, and we had witnessed it on a spectacular scale in 2021. This is something that is now the norm as well, pre-poll violence and during the poll. So I want to ask Tausif Bhai, is it not a fact that during the Panchayat elections 5 years ago, as many as 20,000 seats went uncontested? So much for the blossoming democracy in Bengal. But above and beyond that, I want to ask a very simple question to Tausif Bhai. Is Mamta Didi correct when she says that a chip might be inserted in the EVM that is going to create havoc with the polling? Yes or no? Is there a chip?
Tausif?
Yes, we are talking about the Cooch Behar polling. We cannot ignore the fact that BJP has fielded a very, very notorious criminal criminal Nitish Pramanik, who has been made
please answer the question.
I am answering the question. 14 criminal cases pending against the BJP candidate declared by himself in his election affidavit. What can you expect from that constituency, sir? Will there be no violence? Will there be no bombs found? Will there be no attacks on the opponent leaders by the BJP candidate followers? Yes, it is bound to happen. A 14 criminal case, a notorious criminal who was thrown out by the BJP, by the Trinamool, and admitted in BJP. The news
that is now coming in, Dr. Ranganathan, is the BJP booth leader who has now been injured in the violence being reported.
No, absolutely. And as far as Tausif Bhai's logic is concerned, by his logic, everyone who's got lodged criminal cases against him or her is going to perpetrate or encourage violence. By that logic, a dozen TMC candidates also have criminal cases against them. So, Tausif Bhai, do you think they are also going to in violence?
Please name them. How many cases are pending? I'm telling you. Nisit Pramanik, 14 criminal cases. Nisit Pramanik against him. 14 criminal cases are pending, and he has himself disclosed in the affidavit. Now you please name Trinamool.
No, but question also remains: why is pre-poll violence is now becoming akin to West Bengal, also having violence in every election that is being witnessed, be it assembly, be it Panchayat, or even the Lok Sabha elections that we are talking about. Dr. Ranganathan, please do stay on with us, because right now we are going to talk about, as far as the 3 seats that are concerned, that are casting their votes today. First phase that includes North Bengal, where the BJP won all of those seats back in 2019 elections. Cooch Behar, which has now 62% of the Rajpanchi population as well. BJP's Nisit Pramanik, who is a representative from the Rajpanchi community and had won the seat back in 2019 after defecting from the Trinamool. However, he is contesting from the seat from the second time. There has also been a tribal versus tribal war in, if we talk about Alipurdwar as well, there has been where both the BJP and the TMC have fielded their tribal leaders. Tribal vote will be a decisive factor here that we are talking about. But this has been, as far as the TMC's main theme, anti-CAA and anti-NRC pitch, that has been made very clear in its party manifesto as well. But let's also talk about Tausif, because here, when it comes to the NRC, the BJP says it has not been mentioned anywhere. Where is the talk of NRC coming in? And as far as UCC is also concerned, if that is a pan-India plan, how do you talk of not having it implemented in one state only?
Well, NRC comes because the Home Minister of India has very categorically said कि chronology को समझिए, पहले हम CAA लाएंगे, फिर उसके बाद हम NRC लाएंगे. It is the Home Minister who has said this, and it is the Home Minister who recently also said that CAA will be implemented, and his so-called in his mind, all the people who do not have voter card, or all the people who belong to a certain section of society, they are termites, according to his own language. So these termites will be exterminated. This is what the Home Minister Amit Shah has said. And we cannot be held responsible for using this language by the Home Minister.
Because here, as far as CAA notification is also concerned, the Union Home Minister time and again on the floor of the House outside has clarified umpteen number of times the kind of people, the population it will be affecting, and those who it will not affect at all.
I had dosa and idli and poha for breakfast. Looks like Tausif Bhai has had double standards for breakfast. I mean, does he even? Now he's smiling also. Tausif Bhai, I ask you a very simple question.
Logic.
Is it a fact?
By your logic.
Is it a fact or is it not that your ally, part of India Alliance, Congress, wanted citizenship rights to be given to Bangladeshi minorities? Say yes or no. If you have the guts, deny it. And who are Bangladeshi minorities? Are they Muslims? No. They are Hindus, they are Sikhs, they are Christians. So when your allies themselves, they themselves wanted citizenship to be given, why on earth are you against poor Hindu harried refugees who are running away from Pakistan?
So that has been the claim that has been made by the BJP as well, saying that this is nothing but an attempt to mislead the voters and the people there of West Bengal. I just have to head into a very short break. Of course, we'll continue talking on this point. This is a continuous and extensive coverage that we are getting for our viewers today on the first phase of voting.